the 2024 WSOP Main Event. There are a lot of poker tournaments out there, but there's only one that determines who the world champion is, and it's this tournament right here, and it's not even close. It is a $10,000 buy-in. It is a freeze-out. You only get one chance to win. We're hoping for another big one this year. Last year we made history. We broke our record with 10,043 entries, and we're looking to do it even bigger and better this year. Ladies and gentlemen, to start off the 2024 WSOP Main Event, a nice, warm World Series of Poker welcome for Mr. Daniel Negreanu. All right, Danny, let's say some positive words, and let's get them kicked off.
You really said it all. This is the greatest poker tournament in the world. I see myself playing this tournament for the rest of my life, and excited to see who gets their diamond up on the wall next to me if I don't do it again. So, with that said, viewers, struggle up and deal.
All right, viewers, 1, 2, 2.
So with the main event champion of 2023, can you give us some tips on anybody that's coming to play for day 1A, day 1-2, etc., etc.?
It's a long tournament. I've played 16 times now, and I've told a lot of people I've only cashed twice, and I think everyone thinks you got to do crazy stuff, like you got to make huge bluffs and do all this stuff, but it's a long tournament. It's 15 days of poker. You're going to lose pots. You can't steam when you lose pots. Eventually, I mean, you're going to have to get very lucky. Everyone knows I got very lucky along the way, but just play good poker and don't get frustrated when stuff doesn't go your way.
Do you remember last year, did you register straight away, day one, at the start of play, or did you wait till, what was your strategy going into registering?
Yeah, I always like playing from the start of day one. I feel like as a pro, you kind of get to play with the widest variety of people. So I think day 1D typically gets the biggest field, so I've played day 1D for a few years now and had a good table with, a few amateurs, and at the end of the day, it is a 10K, but it was one of the softest 10Ks just because of the massive amount of people that it gets.
Coming to when you're on the main event table, it can get a little bit nerve-wracking for people. Is there any sort of tips that you could give to someone, let's say, that makes day 4 and they find themselves on a feature table?
Yeah, it's tough. I think I had the advantage of having played some feature tables before, so it didn't really get to me. But just take your time up there. It already goes a little bit slower because you've got the whole production going on. But just continue to play your game. It's the same game, whether you got the lights under you or you're stuck in the corner.
I'm here with Travis, the first bust out of the WSOP main event. In the very first hand, Travis, tell us what happened.
My very first hand, I had pocket 10s in the cutoff. I open, pretty standard obviously, button, big blind calls. Flop comes Jack 10-8, and the big blind leads about third pot, a little more than that. Of course, I'm licking my lips, I think easy value. So I raise about 3.5 times his bet. He calls quite quickly. Turn comes an 8, money card, now I beat the straight, so that's awesome. Checks, I potted, or maybe just a little under pot. And he snap calls once again. River comes an ace, and it's total rainbow, so no flushes or anything like that. But there's just enough there for me to definitely get value. But he leads about 80% pot. My thought is he's definitely got enough combos of Jack 8 there. That's enough. I know a lot of less experienced players will still call with the flop straight. I just figured I'd go for it. Very, very few combos of hands that beat me. Obviously the one combo of 8s. Once in a while he's got Jacks, but I figure he squeezes Jacks. Even first hand he's gonna squeeze Jacks pre-flop, so less likely he's got Jacks. And then of course, once again, Jack 8. So I rip it in, and he snap calls, he's got pocket 8s, and I put my face in my hands for a few seconds and then walk back to my hotel room. I was pretty angry about it at first, but the more I think about it, the more I'm okay with it.
So I'm sure you're going to get many questions on there. So where can we find the stream of Travis?
Yeah, twitch.tv/dramaticdgen. I've already gotten a little bit of social media pressure for it, but I think, whether it was right or wrong, I'm going to be able to laugh about this later on, and I'll just come back next year and maybe I'll run a little bit better. Maybe I'll have quads next year.
All right, thank you very much again, Travis.
Thanks.
Hi, my name is Aaron, and it is my first day as a PokerNews reporter. This is a lot harder than I thought. There are a lot of idiots in the field, and they just don't know what they're doing. Apparently, I'm not allowed to say that the player is an idiot and they played their hand really poorly. So we just have to report it as is, but you'll know.
Yo,
Hey.
that reporting you did?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not how the hand went down. Do you know how to use these?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you want to write down my hands accurately so I don't look like a fucking idiot on TV?
Try my best.
Leave it to the PokerNews guys. Leave it to the pros.